We got a Subaru Forest the Wilderness to discover all the places that make us feel something more.
Subaru is the National Park Foundation's largest corporate donor, helping expand access for all.
Get 2.9% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2024 Forester. Going on now.
I really hadn't done my financial aid in a long time. I got fearful I wasn't going to be accepted. Let's just do it. Let's sit down, walk through.
Record 10th national championship this week as they travel here to St. Paul, Minnesota for the 2024 Frozen Four. The last time BU and Denver met in the Frozen Four was 1971. Hello, welcome inside. And the last time BU won a national championship, it was on this date in 2009. And that dude, Colby Cohen, scored the winner in overtime. Colby, 17-year-old BU freshman Macklin Celebrini, the youngest player in college hockey. He broke the record for most goals by a 17-year-old. What impresses you most about him?
Well, it depends how much time you have, Butchie, because this 17-year-old is absolutely remarkable. The things that he does with the puck, the physicality, the vision, the awareness. You watch 71 in white, and he's 5 steps ahead of everybody else out on the ice. His vision and his hockey sense just blows me away every time I watch him play. He's been their best player all year. There's a reason he's going to win the Hobie Baker Award, and if his team's going to win, it's going to be on his back, Butchie.
Denver, BC, BU, Michigan head here to St. Paul and have arrived as the top 4 offensive teams in college hockey. And Denver potentially might get even more offense today. With more on that, a new member of our team, Taylor Tannenbaum.
Yeah, Butchie, the rich get richer as Massimo Rizzo is expected to be back in Denver's lineup for the first time since February 3rd. It's been a couple of months now. Coach David Carl told us he's been trying to work his way back onto the ice for the last several weeks. There were some setbacks, but the last 2 weeks since the regional, he has practiced every day, which is a great sign for the Pios. The plan is to ease him back in tonight, but if things go well for Rizzo, expect him to move up the lineup as the game progresses.
Yeah, the Pioneers have played their last 14 games without Massimo Rizzo. They have 7 players with Frozen Four experience. 9 were on that 2022 national title team. And here they are back again. McCade Webster was also on that squad. Of course, his sister just won a national championship. Meanwhile, we heard Andrew Raycroft talk about that man, Denver's goaltender, Matt Davis, the undrafted 22-year-old, had a big regional, 46 saves in that 2-1 double overtime win. And Matthew Caron, the undrafted 24-year-old, spent 2 years at Brown, which is in Providence, Rhode Island, before heading to BU this year. And we are underway at the 2024 Frozen Four. John Butcherdoss and Colby Cohen, and again, Taylor Tannenbaum alongside for this semifinal matchup. Boston College, Michigan play game 2, which follows this one as Devin Kaplan in deep, and the Terriers go on the hunt early here. Again, 2 high-scoring teams, all 4 teams here at the Frozen Four. Lane Hudson, another young electric defenseman, Montreal Canadian draft pick. And now here come the Pios. Igor Lorenz in, can't quite get that. There's Kieran Sabrian in. He's knocked down and he's slow getting up. So Sabrian nicked up a bit. Here comes Macklin Celebrini. He's to the net. Celebrini, and a big save by Matt Davis. Well, that didn't take long, Colby, for number 71 to show his flash.
No, it usually doesn't, to see Macklin get into a hockey game, and you just see the awareness. He draws a couple of bodies to him, and it's that quick puck movement over to Shane LaChance, and these guys have been good together all year. They read off each other well, and that was a big save by the goaltender, Matt Davis, early in this first.
Shane LaChance will take the draw. Celebrini plucks it out and makes a nice backhander pass to Willander. First round pick of Vancouver, number 5 defenseman for BU. So a big early save by Matt Davis. He was the MOP in the Springfield Regional. Oh, again, a wide open Terrier. Couple of defensive breakdowns from the Pios here early on.
And this all freshman line for BU, putting a little bit of pressure on the Pios, but they certainly have the guns. They have the defensemen to skate and defend. And I know David Carl will definitely talk to his group as they come back to the bench.
Denver tries to escape from their zone. They do now. They'll change. And Hudson's back on there for the Terriers. Here come the Terriers again. Off to a good start. No arms in the air. Play continues. Cron looking for a penalty there as Denver settles back. Big Ten crew officiating this game. So they try to clog up the middle with a little 1-2-2. No icing. There was some contact as William gets there. He gets thrown to the ice. And here's Sean Behrens. He'll skate it out, throw it over the glove of Caron, and now the Pios go on the attack. Webster and Thompson and Matica out there. But Quinn Hudson, brother of Lane, has it. The Terriers will dump and change.
How about 20 goals for the freshman Matica this year? Almost got overshadowed by all the high-flying offense, but what an impressive year for 10 for the Pioneers.
There's Massimo Rizzo. We mentioned number 13 playing today after missing the last 14 games. As Taylor Tannenbaum reported, he'll start on the fourth line. Could move up if he looks and feels good to head coach David Carl. Here comes Abade. Number 10 is a fun player to watch. He can absolutely fly. Willander sends it across. Gallagher shot deflected just wide. Abade in front. The Terriers seem to have one little extra step on the Pios in the early going.
A good pace to start this game, though, Butchie. And right now you see Denver trying to slow it down in the neutral zone, getting into that 1-2-2 and really giving a little bit of room, almost tempting the Terriers to skate the puck.
Dylan Peterson dumps and changes. Just one whistle so far here. Here come the Pios now. 3-on-3 hockey. Everyone else is behind. Top line out there. There's Jack Devine, number 4. Got 27 goals on the year, but he's stripped by Hudson, who clears it to center. And Boston Buckbreaker with it. Buckbreaker out there with William. Buckberger. Shot saved by Davis. Here come the Pios again. Again, just the one whistle. Back and forth we go here in St. Paul. Expect a high-flying Frozen Four. Lots of young skill on all 4 teams. As Devine is going to look to change. Just onside. Here come the Pios looking for their first real good scoring chance. BU's had a couple. William, look at him move. Very dangerous electric player, number 28. Yet to be drafted. He'll go in the first round of this summer's NHL draft. Ace McCarthy looks to skate it out. Turnover. Here come the Pios, and a good stick work there. Celebrini and Hudson are on the case.
That was a good little stick check there by Lorenz on Celebrini. That's good back pressure. That's a staple of a David Carl coach team. These guys back pressure the puck hard. They're detailed, and they will make you feel it along the walls.
Here comes Webster now, looking for Thompson. McCade Webster. No! Comes back out to center. No shots on goal yet for the Pioneers. A couple good chances for BU. Here's Webster. He'll throw it towards the net. Never got there. Deflected a couple of times. Big Cade Weber behind the net. Protecting, and again, the Pios retreat to the neutral zone. Again, this highest scoring team in the country, Denver, showed they could play a tight defensive game as they did in the regional. Rizzo back out there. He's bumped by Zabanet. Zabanet, Peterson, Grimes. As Doug Grimes is back in the lineup for the Terriers. Now here comes Denver. Looking for that first shot. There it is. Rebound. Caron with his first big, huge save of the game to keep us scoreless. So both goaltenders flexing their pads.
And the Pios looking for a little offensive love here late, but Matthew Caron up to the task for the Terriers. We stay knotted at 0.
The NCAA Frozen Four is brought to you by Allstate. You're in good hands. And Taco Bell.
Back in Boston, 2022, Denver took down Minnesota State to win their 9th national championship. Despite being down 1-0, heavily outshot, David Carl and the Pios scored 5 unanswered goals for the win. That young man is off to a great start in his career. National titles, World Junior gold. High sticking penalty going to come up on BU, and Denver's going to go on an early power play.
Yeah, Zabanet got the stick up as he tried to go around Boston Buckberger.
High sticking!
One of those calls that's easy for the official to make. You see the head kind of snap back as Zabanet, who's probably the fastest player out on the ice, just gets caught right up in the neck. It's definitely the right call, so we're going to get a look at this dangerous power play for the Denver Pioneers, and you see the Bouillon brothers running the top of the point here.
That's right, Matica's out there as well.
He's the shooter.
Denver Pioneers, highest scoring team in the country. Bouillon. Tristan Brose with that big overtime goal against UMass. He's out there, number 16. He's winding up. There's Brose, ripped it over the net. Puck was a bit on edge, and Brose couldn't quite pick that corner.
Yeah, when you watch this team's power play and you watch film, they love to make seam plays. They'll go down low, they'll get a pop out right in the slot, and they execute that extremely well.
Boy, look at Bouillon's skate. He can actually just glide all over that ice effortlessly. Number 28. Matica digs it out. Now they're going to work. And the Terriers, however, get the clear.
Look, there's a reason they're talking about Zeev Bouillon as the number, 5th, 6th overall pick in the draft this year. So we've got the presumptuous 1st overall and another top 10 pick out on this ice. This game features a lot of big-time talent.
Here's Rizzo on the second power play unit. Thompson finds his man. Jack Devine sends it across. Nowhere, but it comes to Rizzo. Denver trying to strike first at this year's Frozen Four on the power play. Barons, one-timer, save Caron. Come flying out to the slot and cleared there nicely by Sam Stevens. Still time for Denver. Barons enters the zone nicely, cleanly. And they go to work with Carter King. But again, the Terriers get it out. Short-handed, the other way. Here comes Tuck. Luke Tuck's 10th of the year. And the Terriers, short-handed, open up the scoring in the 2024 Frozen Four.
Well, Luke Tuck just does so much for this team, and you see the bouncing puck up at the corner of the blue line, and Luke Tuck just a full head of steam. He's a big body, he's a big frame. He absolutely blows his way in, and that shot in stride doesn't give Davis any time to really set his feet. Such a smart play by a veteran player in Luke Tuck. That's a big-time goal for the BU Terriers, and we're at 1-0 here. But I'll tell you what, this Denver power play, they can zip it around, so this penalty kill needs to stay on their heels.
Just a couple seconds left. Zabanet is about to step on the ice. He's out. He could be a part of this rush. Zabanet out. Just one shot on the power play for Denver, and one shot for BU, but BU's one in. Luke Tuck, brother Alex, went to Boston College, now plays for the Buffalo Sabres, of course. Luke, a second-round pick of the Montreal Canadiens. A big first goal for the Terriers, shorthanded. Here they go to work with Celebrini. Over the line and onside. Still a chance. Jack Harvey's his winger as well, number 12, as that puck goes into the Pioneer bench.
Watch, that's Jack Devine, the forward, up at the top of the point, was one of the final 10 in the Hobie Baker race, but the key to that is Tuck never stops moving his feet. He does not give Davis an opportunity to really set his feet or set his position. It almost looks like it catches him off guard, and ever since Jay Pandolfo moved Luke Tuck back to the fourth line with Sam Stevens, that line has been very impactful for the Terriers.
Give Gavin McCarthy an assist. beautiful look at Luke Tuck elevating that puck and opening the scoring. So now the Pioneers got to go to work. The Thompson line back out there with Matica and Webster. Here come the Terriers again in those crisp home whites. Quinn Hudson. Here's Green. Shot blocked wide. Back come the Pioneers now. Karan will settle it down. There's Jay Pandolfo, hits his 6th Frozen 4. 4 as a player, 2 as a coach, and he's got some offense on this team, Colby.
Yeah, you see Macklin Celebrini at the top, and then Quinn Hudson, a guy who, when you look at the last 2 seasons for Quinn Hudson, Boston University does not lose when they get that secondary scoring from guys like Quinn Hudson, guys like Ryan Green. So definitely a 2 or 3 pronged headed attack for this Terrier offense.
Top line back out there for Denver. Bros wins a nice clean faceoff, but it's too far for Barons to get it. And Sean will send it back in quickly now. Sam Harris on there first. Bros tips it up in the air. Nifty play there by Weber. Here's the bind. He tried to go between the legs. Bros has his man in front, Harris. Now Harris has it. Back to Bros. Can't find it. Here comes Stevens again. On the move. Here's the goal scorer. Tuck. He's got an extra hop to his step. Puck comes across. Almost connected. Will land to the defenseman. Tries to disrupt things. He does. Choke from behind. Play continues.
That whole rush was stopped because of the back check from Tristan Bros. He's a 200-foot player.
William now, always dangerous when he gets the puck. You can just sense something's going to happen when 28 has it. Again, yet to be drafted. The Terriers, Kaplan get it out. Here's Lane Hudson, the defenseman. Much like William, he's an electric player on the back end who can create offense from anywhere. Puck in front. The Pioneers get it out of trouble. Last time BU and Denver met in a Frozen 4, 1971 semifinals, a 4-2 BU win in Syracuse, en route to back-to-back titles. Up 1-0 here on Luke Tuck's short-handed goal. 9.5 left in the first. This will be icing on Denver.
So far in this game, we've seen a little bit of a Denver trap in the neutral zone. Freeze it right there for me. You see all the Denver bodies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead, roll that. Watch how Lane Hudson attacks the middle, finds that seam, and that gives Boston University an opportunity to rush into the zone. So little chess match early, and the neutral zone proving to be something to keep an eye on.
Celebrini line back out there. There's Rizzo for the Pioneers. Knocks it up to Capone, who finishes his check hard on McCarthy. Big hit from Capone. He'll go change now. 3 shots apiece here in St. Paul, Minnesota. There's Macklin Celebrini, 17 years old, youngest player in college hockey. Smacks it towards the net, throws it in front. Always action around number 71. Great hockey sense, great speed, and we know he can score. Here he is with the puck, shielding off Barons. Leaving the cycle game for LeChance. Willander, D to D. To the net, just wide. Ty Gallagher sent that just wide. Celebrini's going to get to the puck first. Throws it across, no one there. Here come the Pioneers now. It'll be icing again on Denver. A little miscommunication there. I mentioned the Pioneers have 11 players that have scored 10 or more goals this season. 9 that have 30 or more points, both by far the most by a program in college hockey this year. High-scoring team in the regular season, but so far in the NCAA tournament, they're playing low-scoring tight ones. And they're 14-4-2 when the opponent scores first, so that firepower enables them to come from behind. Green. Chicago Blackhawk prospect. Took that face off for BU. Jack Hughes, his dad's the GM for the Montreal Canadiens, number 27 in white. Green. Second line center. Really good prospect for Chicago. Smart, physical two-way center, soft hands, plays on the inside, which coaches love. Offside at the line, and we will take our second timeout of the first. What a start for the Terriers. Luke tucks it home for a 1-0 lead. Doubleheader coming up. The Michigan Wolverines. That pass on Twitter for a while from Nazar as Michigan beat Michigan State 5-2 to get here in St. Paul, and then Jack Malone in overtime. Winner, chicken parm dinner on Federal Hill. And BC beats Quinnipiac. Grant Pecknold, defending national championship coaches, in attendance here for this game 1. But our game 2 again follows this 1 hour after this one ends. Boston College, #1 overall seed against the Michigan Wolverines. This star-studded, tradition-packed Frozen Four in St. Paul. 4 storied programs, all going for the national championship here in the state of hockey. BU going on the attack again. But here come the Pioneers with some numbers, but they opt to change. Matica has a hard, heavy wrist shot that Caron blockers aside. Now Matica battles. Comes back to the point. Zeev Booyam. Booyam, look at that move. He and Lane Hudson very similar, making that move, breaking down wingers at the point and then creating offense.
Yeah, you almost have to go out there a little more contained if you're a winger. If you go out there out of control or too fast, they are going to cross you up and pull an Allen Iverson type of move on you. So it's a little more contained and a little more control when it's Booyam or it's Hudson.
Yeah, you go right after them with speed, you're playing right into their hands.
Yeah, absolutely.
Quinn Hudson will send it out. He's a forward. His brother Lane is a defenseman. And there's Behrens. Bouncy pass taken by Kaplan. Turnover. Transition hockey, but BU can't quite complete it. This will be icing if Hudson wins the foot race. We mentioned Zeev Booyam, 18 years old. His 21-year-old brother, Shai Booyam, is a second-round pick of the Red Wings.
Yeah, it was fun talking to these two yesterday, just kind of learning the big brother, little brother dynamic. I think Shai likes to keep Zeev humble. He likes to keep him in his place, remind people, hey, I was here first, and I'm the older brother.
Shai, number 8. Zeev, number 28.
Yeah,
just wide.
Zeev told us he's been yelled at a couple of times this year for not passing on the power play.
Steven shot. Good pad save by Matt Davis through traffic. And once again, the Terriers on the attack, but unable to handle that is Hudson. Here comes Jack Devine. Willander, Vancouver Canuck first-round pick, makes a nice play. Stevens looking to clear it out. He does. Decides to chip it out, and a good job there by Kaplan to poke it deep. Oh, the puck squirts out to the side of the net, and the crowd sense some danger there. All good, though, for the Pios, as Rizzo will dump and change. No shots on Denver since the power play, so they gain no momentum. Of course, the shorty kind of deflated them, and they've done nothing since as well. Can't quite get on the inside of the Terrier defense and get some shots on Matthew Caron, who was able to make one big save in this game. Here comes Avenant. Again, he can fly, number 10 and white. You'll notice him all game long. Has the puck again. Peterson goes to the net. The Terriers, once again, puck is loose, but Davis is able to cover up.
Well, Butchie, I think one of the reasons there hasn't been a ton of shots has just been the back pressure from both teams. But watch this bounce off Booyam. Almost catches Matt Davis by surprise. This is a great angle and a great look.
Whoa.
You see that little bit of space. If that puck hops up a little bit, that could have been trouble for the Pios.
Denver on a season-long 7-game win streak. Dates back to March the 9th. Another quick shot, another save by Davis. Denver wheels it out of their own end, but here come the Terriers again. Celebrating! Rocked by Behrens. He was about to slice his way maybe to a 2-on-1 and a pass.
Yeah, Shane LaChance. Yeah, he doesn't like it. The big fella comes over, gives Behrens a little piece of his mind, and now LaChance jawing with the entire Denver bench.
Boom. Oh, he did make some head contact there with his shoulder, but overall,
and I know the head coach can almost hear it. They're talking about it on the BU bench. Doug Friedman's got the earpiece.
Pandolf wants a challenge, and he got it in time.
He's trying to talk to Doug Friedman. You could see him kind of with his finger on his ear.
I think, well, too late. The puck is dropped with the official talking to the BU bench. He wasn't even looking, the far official.
That was a weird sequence of events.
It was, because it did look like the shoulder of Behrens did get the mask of Celebrini first. But nonetheless, play continues, and the hard hitting along the wall continues. Harvey will throw it around, and there's Lane Hudson. Celebrini appears fine as he remains on the ice. Here comes Hudson. As the Pios change, there's room for Hudson to easily skate up the ice. But now the Terriers are changing, so that offensive chance kind of fizzles away. There's Olvestad's shot off a stick and into the netting. So Jay Pandolfo was trying to get the attention of the referees on this one, Colby.
Well, we've got goals, we've got speed, and we've got big hits. Welcome to the Frozen Four.
Welcome back to the Frozen Four here at the Xcel Energy Center. BU currently up 1-0, joined now by Denver head coach David Carl. Coach, how would you assess your team's play throughout the first period thus far?
I think we're a little bit on our heels still. We need to win more races, try and get some more sustained pressure in their end. I think they're winning all the 50-50 races right now. We need to get more on our toes.
What would you like to see in the final few minutes here?
Exactly that. Just take it to them a little bit more, start winning some races, use our speed, make them uncomfortable that way.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Yeah, that has been the case, Colby, since the opening faceoff, on their heels a bit. We talked about that early on, and that's been the case. No shots on goal in 8 minutes for the Pios.
Yeah, but you know what, Butchie? As much as the Pios were on their heels, they defend the slot so well, and they kind of keep you to the outside. They're a well-coached veteran team, and that's where you see them weathering a storm of attack by BU. It's why we haven't seen 20, 30 shots in this period with all the offensive talent in this hockey game.
Yeah, just 10 total. One power play so far in this game. It was the Pioneers, but again, it was Luke Tuck's shorthanded goal, the difference so far. And here comes Tuck again, back out there, number 11 in white. Working with Stevens, who's been good in the faceoff dot. He won that defensive zone faceoff that we just had. Here comes Sam Harris. Harris, 14 goals on the year, stops, falls down, loses his edge. Another man falls down. Terriers have some numbers if they hurry. They got a 4-on-3, but now they're changing. A couple times, Terriers have had offensive chances, but they've opted to change.
Look, I don't think you mind those quick changes in a game like this, Butch. It's the first period. There's a lot of nerves in playing in these big type of moments, so sometimes you catch your wind a little bit quicker.
Open in front! Unable to get a shot off, however, though. Good defense there as Jack Hughes was in, had a chance. McCarthy looking for a lane. Nice blocked shot right there by Rizzo. Another chance for Hughes, but this time the save and the shoving in the crease starts. Don't want to, after the whistle, roughing or unsportsmanlike.
You can start to see tempers flaring a little bit. More of what David Carl just talked about, the Pios not quite winning those pucks in those battles, and BU able to push a puck towards the net, and the Quinn Hudson, Ryan Green ensemble with an opportunity towards the net.
Celebrini back out there for his first shift since the big hit from Behrens. Seems fine.
I think that's the matchup they want. I think they like Sean Behrens against Macklin Celebrini. Behrens a second-round pick by the Avs for a reason. Does a little bit of everything for this team.
Lane Hudson, again, breaking down up top, much like Bouillon does, and he's able to get a shot on Davis, but the easy save by Matt, who was able to see that one.
Well, and how about right now, Pandolfo getting Celebrini out with Peterson and Zabine. He will do this at times. Doug Grimes, he'll miss a shift, and they'll slide Celebrini down to the bottom of the lineup just to get him some extra minutes.
Yeah, good eyes. Little double shift on 71, as Colby mentioned, replacing Doug Grimes on the Zabine-Peterson line. Sabrian out there to defend with Wright and Lorenz, and now they'll try to provide some offense. Lorenz got 15 goals, Wright's got 14. Again, offense up and down this Ohio lineup. They just haven't been able to unleash it. Very few chances against BU. As David Carl said, he wants to win some races. Here's a race. See if they win that one. Here's the 50-50 battle. But again, it's stripped away and BU controls. Peterson looking for the short pass. Zabine said that was played with a high stick. That was close.
Yeah, not sure about that one.
Yeah. It's always been my contention, Colby. They love to call the high stick, play with a high stick.
You talk about this at the Frozen Four every single year. That one might have been up at the shoulders. That might have been the right call. Yeah, we'll give him that one.
But when in doubt, no one around. Let the boys play.
It is funny because we do talk about that year in and year out. New building, same high stick in the neutral zone.
I think they want to prove to the supervisor they're focused. They're dialed for this game. Every inch matters in a play with a high stick situation.
Well, they've been good this period. I think they've done a lot of good non-calls. They've let this physicality build, and that's what you want to see in a national semifinal game. These are Big Ten officials. They're used to high-skilled, high-octane hockey, so this is right up their alley.
Yeah, you won't see a conference of one of the participants being officiated. DCAC crews are here if it comes up. Obviously, NCHC, Big Ten in this one, but they certainly wouldn't do a Michigan game. Matica, good stick work by Weber. He steps up. There's Tuck again. We already know he has speed. That's why he was a second-round pick. Good size and speed from Tuck. And now the Terriers try to go to work as they change. Off the bench, fresh Anderson. Oh, it deflects just wide. Might have caught the post as Kaplan threw it in front. As he was at the end of a shift and almost got by Davis and might have nicked the post. Now Denver changing again, trying to get some offense. Here they go. They're set up. William is open. Trying to pass that in front. Could not connect. And here come the Terriers now. Celebrini again. 11 minutes without a shot for the Pioneers. Just 3 in the period as we approach the 1 minute to play mark. Carter King out there now.
Last minute of play in the first period.
William shot wide of Caron, who saw it late. And now Celebrini will look to make a play. He gets tough. Backhanded in by Harvey. Celebrini will go change, so his first period is done. Now Denver will try to get one more look.
Another good stick there by Cade Weber, number 8 in white. He's the type of guy that'll make about 100 small, subtle little stick plays throughout a game. He leads the NCAA in block shots, and that's why the Toronto Maple Leafs has traded for his rights.
Quinn Hudson to Green, but a good defensive play to deny him by Barons, who has stepped up in this period. Had a good period. He's already a national champion, of course. Here comes Hudson, trying to beat the clock. 15 seconds to go. He's got Green to the net. Hudson stops. Here's Hughes. He's in alone. Shot. Never got there. Jack Hughes has had a couple of chances here late in the first.
Yeah, good block by Zeev Buium just to hold his ice in front of the net. That was a big-time defensive play in the dying seconds of that first period. We'll have to remember that one as this contest moves along.
So Matt Davis helps his team out in that first, keeps it 1-0. As Luke Tuck and the defense of BU, Colby, no shots on goal, last 12:42 for Denver.
Yeah, you got to think BU will be happy with this period. It started right off the hop, the magic from Celebrini. There's one of the Hughes opportunities right on the doorstep, but it was just speed and straight line hockey for BU. They get the shorthanded goal by Luke Tuck, and this is the final opportunity, the block by Zeev Buium on the Hughes opportunity. So definitely a period that the Boston University Terriers are going to like. The Denver Pioneers, they'll make adjustments, and this game is far from over.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion event. I'm sure you're grateful for my NCAA.
DU-BU, the Terriers, after 20 minutes, lead 1-0 as they take the ice. We're seconds away from puck drop here in St. Paul, Minnesota for the second period. Welcome back in. John Butchergoss alongside Colby Cohen. We talked about before the game, the star, Macklin Celebrini, almost scored seconds into the Frozen Four. But after that, Colby, the Pioneers started to corral him.
Yeah, they really tried to clog up the neutral zone. We see it year in and year out. A team that wins the neutral zone usually has their way in these Frozen Fours, but look at the structure for Denver. They're backing off. They're playing this 1-2-2 type of formation, and they want you to skate the puck. What BU does well here, short support passes, 5 and 7 feet, attack and move the puck. And then there's another example as the period moved along where Celebrini tries to handle it through that. That's where we saw the big hit from Behrens. Might have had a little bit of head contact, to me actually, directly on the head, so probably gets away with one there. We showed Jay Pandolfo trying to challenge that play. The refs did not allow them to get to it, so probably a break there for David Carl and the Pioneers.
For sure, no power plays for BU in the first period, but again, the lone goal was short-handed goal. They really were a half a step ahead, as David Carl told our Taylor Tannenbaum. They're winning the races against us, and they need to change that. Let's see if that changes early here in the second. Denver wins the opening faceoff. Behrens will dump it in, and they'll go to work as he throws it right on net, and they'll get an offensive zone faceoff. Taylor Tannenbaum with more.
Spoke with Dallas Ferguson, the assistant coach for Denver. He said the message in the locker room was simple. We need to possess pucks, get into more of a possession game in the offensive zone. He said, look, BU had a great press there at the end of the first period. We need to respond, and it's not one guy, it's everyone. We have to stack some shifts. Next goal is going to be an important goal, guys. Absolutely, a huge next goal.
Hudson. Number 20 out there. It's his partner, Case McCarthy. See if the Pioneers can be the quicker team this period, and they get a turnover, and now they can go to work.
Look, right off the hop, you see an adjustment by Denver, and not forechecking one guy, forechecking two guys, so a little more aggression from the Pios.
Here come the Terriers. Good stick work as Kaplan skated and had a golden opportunity. Hudson, the defenseman, in deep for BU. Stevens comes and chops at it. Hudson still battles. Come to LeChance. Here come the Terriers again. Shot saved by Davis. Game 2 of our doubleheader continues. Michigan facing off against the #1 overall seed, the Boston College Eagles. That comes up an hour after this game right here on ESPN2. Michigan, Boston College. Don't forget, you're home for all 90 NCAA championships, NCAA.com. DU and BU. As Weber has it now. You can see a little more, a different forechecking situation here, Colby, so far. See if the Terriers can break out and maybe get an offensive chance out of it. Weber with Celebrini out there, number 71, the defenseman. Terriers trying to find 71. Can't quite do it there as Jack Harvey was fishing for his line mate. Remember, no hand passes anywhere in college hockey, unlike the NHL rule, which allows it in the defensive zone. For your us NHL fans watching, with speed, Celebrini rips it. Save by Davis. Another save, then bunted out of the air wide. Another save by Davis. Look at that pass by Celebrini. He tried to hook up with Shane LeChance. 3 for $1 for Macklin Celebrini, but he can't cash it. Matt Davis continues his good play. He's been a hot goaltender the last couple of months. Green gets the puck stripped from him. And here come the Pios now. Hudson lost his helmet. And the whistle blows.
Well, a couple of great opportunities for the Terriers. It actually comes off a play at the blue line where Harvey tries to dump it. It goes off Anderson's skates right to Celebrini. Watch him bang that out of the air right through the crease, and then just melee happening through the zone. This is such a cool look at Macklin Celebrini. He chokes down on his stick and just taps that one through the crease. LaChance unable to bury it, but good pressure there by the Terriers.
Had the last 11 shots in the game to the Terriers. But again, Matt Davis, the undrafted 22-year-old junior, he returned January 5th. He missed more than 2 months because of an injury. He's gotten better as the season has gone on. Had those 46 saves against UMass, that 2-1 double overtime win. He's going to have to be a star player for Denver. Here comes Massimo Rizzo, back from injury, trying to help out the DU offense. They need some right now. Perron with an awkward shot. There's that shot on goal for Denver. Back come the Terriers. First one in 15 minutes for the Pios. Peterson winds it up. He continues looking for Zabinet in front. Tipped to the corner. Lane Hudson on defense makes a nice play. Grimes fires, blocked. Now the Terriers go to the cycle game with this big unit on the ice. But Denver takes it, and now they're on the move. Collision. Bodies flying here. As once again, Peterson at the end of the shift goes in. Behrens makes a nice play. Now BU with some aggressive forechecking. Ty Gallagher will take it from Perron. Gallagher goes to Lane Hudson. Throws it to space. Here comes Stevens. He's got Tuck on the far side. Stevens waits, backhands it. Tuck will go after it. Tuck's got a good jump to his skating today. He's getting to every loose puck. He did shorthanded and score the game's only goal. Bros with a quick wrist shot, and Perron saves it and covers it. Of course, the World Junior Tournament, one of the best exhibitions of hockey in the world, and the Terriers, they were well represented in multiple countries. Hudson for the gold medal winning USA squad, Willander, the host Sweden, and of course Celebrini as well.
Yeah, and of course the head coach of that team, none other than David Carl.
Yes.
One of the bright young minds of the sport of hockey. You got to think with all the success, the NHL might come knocking for David Carl. Certainly impressive guy to talk to.
Here comes Weber, the defenseman, makes a nice move. Game 2 will be more players from that World Junior gold medal USA team. David, his brother Matt was a great player at DU, national champion. Shot! Oh, the redirection. Tuck was on the doorstep. Real nifty play by Jack Harvey, the shot pass.
Yeah, Harvey was looking pass all the way. I think he surprised Tuck, who was going to the net, but not quite ready to redirect that.
Harvey, a nice pass over, and there's the whistle as he was looking for LaChance. But yeah, Jack Harvey with a real nifty shot pass.
Well, what a great story Jack Harvey is. Didn't play the first half of the season. Could not get into the lineup. Now, he was teammates and line mates with Macklin Celebrini with the Chicago Steel last year. He got an opportunity to play after Christmas. I was doing that game against Merrimack, a breakout three-point night, and he has been paired with Celebrini ever since, and they've caught lightning in a bottle with those two and the other freshman, Shane LaChance.
Yeah, last year he scored 40 goals as Celebrini's line mate with the Chicago Steel. He scored against RIT. He scored against Minnesota in the regional. So Jack Harvey, number 12, the 21-year-old Tampa Bay 7th-round draft pick, 7 goals in 19 games. He could be a key figure at this Frozen Four.
Jay Pandolfo told us, he told Harvey, make me regret not playing you. Make me look dumb for it, and he certainly has. And I think Jay Pandolfo couldn't be happier with how it's gone for him the second half of the season.
Celebrini. LaChance, big body. Again, the grandson of Jack Parker. Shane LaChance. There he is, big body, big boy. 6'4", 218.
Yeah, don't be surprised if he's the captain here at BU next season. Born leader.
Here come the Pios now. See if they can get on the scoreboard. Puck comes out and retrieved by Jared Wright. LA Kings 6th round pick. Here comes Celebrini, almost found his way through. Davis handling. Celebrini approaches him. Davis gets it away. And now Behrens will start behind his own cage with Celebrini and Hudson looking at him eyeball to eyeball. Lane Hudson got to wait for his brother to get onside. And the Terriers have it again. Here they come, Hudson. Over to Hughes, quick shot off the stick. And into the netting as McCade Webster. Tension begins to rise here in the second period. It's win or go home time. National semifinal game number 1. BU and DU.
The NCAA Frozen Four is brought to you by Ace. 100 years of helpful.
On this date, 2009, rallying from a 3-1 deficit with a minute to go, they tied it. And then in overtime, Colby Cohen scores the game winner. You saw that little guy with the red hat? That was him, Shane LaChance, now 6'4", 218, Colby.
Yeah, I told him he certainly has come a long way since being that 4- and 5-year-old kid running around the locker room, terrorizing us and stealing our rolls of tape. So it's certainly fun to see him grow into the young man that he has. And obviously, Jack Parker's grandson, Scott LaChance's son.
Nice.
It's a great picture of us at a practice about 16 years ago.
Really good stuff. And of course, the losing coach on that night in 2009 in Washington, D.C., Rico Blasi. I just saw Rico after the first. He came over and said hi. And he, of course, coaches up here in St. Paul now for the Tommies. St. Thomas, an up-and-coming program.
Yeah, they're getting a beautiful new rink next year. Their program is finally going to get scholarships. That program is coming, and they are going to be big time here in the state of Minnesota.
Fortunately, they can't play in the NCAA tournament yet because the school elevating to D1 athletics. You have to go through a period where you're not even eligible for the tournament, which is a big bummer. But yeah, that will be a program on the rise in the CCHA.
Yeah. Rico's a phenomenal coach. It's only a matter of time.
Turnover. Here come the Terriers now. Hughes trying to throw it in front. Couldn't. And Green has it. Here comes Ryan Green, the 20-year-old second-round pick of the Blackhawks. He'll change. And again, this methodical defensive game, not quite what we thought we'd have. Now here comes Celebrini, just onside.
Celebrini out with this third line again. More double shifting for 71.
Don't normally have these 3 full timeouts in college hockey. That's a luxury to shorten your bench for these college hockey coaches. They don't normally have this in the regular season. And as the tournament goes, they get more and more rest for their top players. Celebrini can't control, now he'll go after it. Look at his acceleration. He battles as well with his stick. But here come the Pios on the move. Rizzo with Capone looking, trying to make a move. Here he goes. Still has it. Rizzo reverse, looks to make the pass to Bouillon. That's the kind of stuff they're looking for.
It's a good stick there by Celebrini. You see the defensive awareness for 71. He's not an all-offensive style player. His game, incredibly mature, incredibly complete for this BU team.
That's a big mental mistake from Dylan Peterson. He did not get the red line. And so that's icy. There's the 17-year-old is Dave Pandolfo, who went to 4 straight Frozen Fours as a player. Now he's 2 for 2 as a coach. Trying to win his university, his alma mater, their first national championship in 15 years. All 4 of these schools coached by fellows who played for the team they're coaching for. All 4 alma maters for the first time. Zabane chips it in. Denver's got to get to work. Only 5 shots on goal. Jack Devine is the guy who can do it.
They just look stuck in a little bit of quicksand. This Denver team, much faster than they've shown in this hockey game. I don't know if it's nerves. I don't know if they're tired, but right now, as David Carl said, just getting beat to a lot of loose pucks.
Yeah, and Rizzo has been elevated, Colby. He's on that top line now, trying to change things up. So Rizzo brought up to play with Tristan Brose and Jack Devine on that shift. We saw him create some offense, and maybe he can be the difference maker, a spark, as Brose has it. Bothered from behind. Stevens has played a good defensive game for BU number 25. He's a big, heavy centerman.
Look, Danny Briere of the Philadelphia Flyers knew what he was doing when he traded for Rizzo. People were wondering. He's a dynamic player when he's healthy. He put up massive numbers the first half of the year.
Here comes Tuck again. Rips it off the shoulder of Davis. Rims around the glass. Comes all the way to center ice where the Terriers have it again. Celebrini back out there now with his top line. Harvey. And LaChance. Celebrini's going to battle Billiam here. Look at this, one-on-one. Couple guys going to get drafted this summer. Meeting. Certainly David Carr would like to have Billiam out there when Celebrini's on the ice. Couple of elite skaters. Celebrini chips it off the wall, but a good job to keep it in there by Rieger Lorenz. And now Denver gets the turnover, going to work offensively, trying to create some shots. There's one. Whistled wide and into the netting. I think I got the arm of Caron. He didn't really see it.
You're 100% right. That caught the jersey in the arm of Caron's sweater on the far side. And Wright just turns, pushes that one through. I'll tell you what, I see daylight above there. If he doesn't get that little piece, that thing probably goes up and under the bar. So a little bit of luck there by Caron. That's what happens when you're positionally sound as a goaltender.
So Denver now slowly getting more chances. Maybe they can break through here. And for BU, if they can get that next one, that can really make things easier. Hudson chips it. He was falling down before the contact. And BU bench, you can hear them screaming at the official for a penalty.
And the official just told Jay Pandolfo he was already falling down.
I think that was the right call. There's a turnover, and that 1-2-2. Matica just onside. Don't want him to shoot it if you're BU. He's a great heavy shot.
Good back pressure there by Hughes, helping Case McCarthy out, who had that puck picked off along the wall there by Matica, the big Finn.
Nifty pass. McCarthy to Hudson. Now he'll change. Here come the Pios again. Slowly finding their game. You sense they might get one soon. Around the net. Pulled down. Play continues. Just still the one penalty in the game. Rizzo back out there. Tuck. That's going to go in the crowd. Heads up. We are midway through the hockey game. 9:24 to go. Only one man has scored in this game. It's that dude. Number 11. Luke Tuck. Short-handed. 1-0 in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Welcome back to the Frozen Four here at the Xcel Energy Center, joined now by BU head coach Jay Pandolfo. Coach, we talked yesterday about managing the game. How do you feel like your team has managed the game so far at the midway point?
Yeah, I feel like we're doing a really good job. When it's time to play behind them, we're playing behind them. We're working above them. When we have time to make plays, we're making plays. So right now I like the pace of our game. I like the way we're playing.
What more can be done to get Macklin Celebrini going?
Yeah, he's playing great. He's playing great defensively. He's a target out there, so they're playing him hard, and he'll find his way.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
Top line back out there for Denver, and they have it. Brose, he can shoot over the net. He won the double overtime game against UMass with a shot just about in that same area.
Yeah, he did a nice job there dragging that around Willander's stick to get that through. That's pretty crafty in tight space.
Sam Harris back out here with the top line. So Rizzo had that one shift. We'll see how David Carl manages him. Weber hesitates, pinches late, and here comes Harris. He has it, but now he loses it, and BU gets it out of danger. Here's Kaplan, 1-on-2, kicks it ahead, trying to fish it out, drops his stick, takes the man to the boards, and it gets chopped. He pushes from behind. I don't think there's going to be any penalties here. I don't think the officials saw the chop. I don't think he saw the shove.
No, the officials just said nothing. They skated over. He gave him a little flick of the wrist. These guys are determined to let the players play. Let them play 5-on-5. And, You get a little idea of what they're talking about here.
There's the chop from Buckberger, and then the shove by Kaplan. Watch out for that blade.
That's just a stronger man pushing another man over. I think that's all that was. Devin Kaplan, a pretty strong player. Buckberger for the Pios, a good solid two-way defenseman, plays good minutes.
Yeah, Boston Buckberger, get in the portal and come play and come after somebody. Either BU or BC. Hudson up to Grimes. It's just Denver cannot get any sustained offensive zone time where they can throw it back to the defenseman, try to create something. As Jay Pandolfo said, they're on the right side of the puck, BU. Here comes Hudson now. See if he can create something. He can't get it through. But the Terriers have it now. Fired from the point, and another save by Davis. Hard slap shot from Case McCarthy from the point. He got all of that one. The Devils' 4th-round pick.
Yeah, I like when players are able to one-time pucks to the net. Doesn't give the opportunity to the D to get ready. Let's talk a little bit about Macklin Celebrini. Jay Pandolfo referenced how good his defensive game has been when he talked to Taylor Tannenbaum a couple of minutes ago, but he's not without the opportunities to put pucks to the net, look for good scoring opportunities. His resume speaks for itself this season.
He could win the Hobey Baker tomorrow. We'll find out. Another hard hit. Excellent job as Connor Capone's been thrown around his weight all game. Long redirection, nifty try by Harvey off the pass from LaChance, but Davis is there again. Matt Davis is keeping Denver in this game.
That's a good hit there by Celebrini.
LaChance has space. Here he comes. Fires, save again by Davis. LaChance was running out of gas as he came down that left wing. Didn't get a lot on that shot.
Well, look, Jay Pandolfo just referenced this to Taylor. He said, I like the way he's defending. He'll find himself space. How about the little redemption on Sean Barron's, the hit? And this leads the other way for Shane LaChance, who's looking to beat Matt Davis under the arm. But another save by Matt Davis. He has undoubtedly been the best DU Pioneer so far through this hockey game. He's done a phenomenal job for his team.
Face off one back to Weber. Throws it around the net towards LaChance. Celebrini's there as well. There's Shane LaChance using that big body. Chops into Celebrini. Shot blocked. Never got there. He'll try to chase it down. Can't. Now back on the defensive end. As the Pioneers again try to attack here. Right. Good job showing off his speed. And now they're set up finally. Shot from the point. Just wide. That's what they need more of. Win the battles. Get it back to the point. Get pucks towards the net. You never know. There it goes again. That one is deflected wide. One of the better shifts here by the Pioneers. Trying to get on the board at the 2024 Frozen Four. Cycling behind the net continues. Right. Sabrian. Lorenz. This has been the best shift of the game for them. Booyam looking. Chops it across. Shot. Redirected. Caron is now there with the save. As the Terriers say, get away from my tender.
Well, Butchie, you mentioned the best shift of the game for the Pioneers. And look, it is sustained offensive zone pressure, but a lot of it, if you look where it is, it's happening around the perimeter of the ice. The Pios, a team that likes to play through the middle. They like the seam passes, just unable to break through the middle of the ice. And Matthew Caron gets across, a nice little tip right on top of the crease there by Wright, and he's able to smother that one. But certainly a shift the Pioneers can build off of.
See if they can continue that momentum. There's Rizzo. Gets it to the point. To Booyam. Tries to throw behind the net. Almost a turnover there. BU would have had numbers. Oh, the pass is behind, and Tuck will skate after it. Boy, Luke Tuck showing a strong skating stride. Brother, a great, powerful skater for the Buffalo Sabres, who played college hockey, of course, at BC. Here's Luke at BU.
Yeah, Alex Tuck, one of the premier power forwards in the entire NHL. And you see a little bit of that in the way that Luke is playing in this hockey game.
He looks like he's ready for professional hockey with that stride. That shorthanded goal, he won that foot race. And here he goes again now. Could be a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Here comes Tuck. Onside. To the net. Wide. Kaplan battling. He can't hold on to it. Now here come the Pioneers, but Jack Devine doesn't have much help. 1-on-3, and Lane Hudson has it after Stevens had the good back pressure. Number 27, Jack Hughes battling. CU would love to get a power play. They haven't had one yet. Oh, the one-timer teed up just a little bit late.
That actually tipped off Lane Hudson's stick. He just deflected that just enough so that thing wouldn't sit flat, and the Pioneers unable to connect on that little one-time play in the slot.
Yeah, Miko Matica looking for his 21st goal of the year. He has the puck back. Matica, nice play. Spins away, goes to Aiden Thompson. Thompson, Chicago Blackhawk third-rounder. Slippery player, but good play by Quinn Hudson to read the play. He'll try to chop it deep, can't do it. There's Matica still out there towards the end of his shift. Beautiful pass. Here comes Booyah, pass in front. Can't get it. One-timer just goes wide.
Lander blocked that, Bushy. Gets across. Now he's hobbling. 5 in white in front of the net. He's hobbled up. Took that off the foot.
Denver's starting to cook. They get the turnover. Shot, score! You could see it coming. And the Pioneers even this game at 1.
Well, the momentum had been building on Denver's favor, and it was another shift of cycles around the outside of the net and continued pressure and puck pursuit. Lane Hudson tries to go behind the net, a no-look pass that gets broken up, and Lemaire gets that puck right out on top of the crease. He's able to sneak it through the 5-hole. Matthew Caron probably would want back after seeing it, but again, it was relentless pressure over the last couple of shifts that leads to that goal by the Pioneers.
Just the second goal of the year for Tristan Lemaire. He's the extra forward. And that was an awkward play. Willander got his stick on the puck, and both his stick blade and the puck went towards Caron, and it was a bit of a change-up, and that really fooled him. It was the stick of number 5 in white that really made it difficult for Caron. But you could sense it coming. They were starting to cook offensively, and at long last, Tristan Lemaire puts the Pios on the board and evens the score at 1. The little things sometimes, Colby, that can make the difference.
And that's exactly what we saw. We talked about the neutral zone and the importance of winning that area between the blue lines. And here's the opportunity Quinn Hudson has to get this puck deep into the zone. He fans on that puck. He's not thorough. He doesn't get that thing deep. And what does that do? That starts the transition. 2 Terrier forwards end up getting beat. That's the block shot by Willander. So he's basically on 1 foot the rest of that opportunity. So details this time of year.
Big save, Caron.
Can certainly come back to bite you.
Yeah, right. And also, Colby, when he didn't get that puck in, the D pair couldn't change here in the second period. They were a little tired, and maybe that's why Hudson had that turnover. Now Caron has some more pressure on him. And here's that turnover, Colby. He couldn't get off the ice when his brother didn't get the puck in deep.
Yeah, he's just thinking that Willander's behind the net. He puts it right on Matica's stick, and it's on and off into Lemaire. You mentioned the 13th forward who got bumped when Massimo Rizzo re-entered this game, as Taylor told us off the hop. And both of those players have made an impact for the Pios.
Rizzo back out there with the top line again. So David Carl's not giving him a regular shift on the top line. But after none in the first, he's starting to play a little bit now with Tristan Brose and Jack Devine.
Yeah, I think David Carl, who's one of the best bench managers that I've seen in hockey. 2 years ago during the Frozen Four, I watched him make adjustments, pull levers when they were getting dominated by Mankato, and they came out the second half of that game. They were a different team, and a lot of that has to do with coaching.
Give Matica an assist on the Lemire goal. Nico Matica's excellent year continues. Now 33 points in 42 games. As Devine gets absolutely plastered by Tuck. And he is down. Bucket off, and looks like he's holding his nose a bit. That was a thunderous body check.
No calls on the play. The refs will come together and talk.
The linesman's coming over now, so maybe he's going to give his opinion.
And look, if there is no call on a play, they can review it to see if there should be an ejection. Here's a look at it. To me, it looked like shoulder.
Yeah, it's a good body check. The result was himself hitting the boards. That's fine.
Yeah, there's no head contact on that play. That's the right no call. I can't imagine the DU bench is going to challenge it.
Yeah, it's shoulder to shoulder.
That's a good hit by Alex Tuck.
Jack Devine takes a hard hit from that man. We mentioned Luke Tuck making his presence felt.
I just said Alex Tuck. Luke Tuck. That was an Alex Tuck type of check.
Yeah. Oh, you see Jack is bloodied a bit on the mouth. Rinse, repeat. Sam Stevens has been pretty good on the dot. Wins that draw to Hudson. Willander and Hudson, a couple future NHL players on the blue line. Shot saved by Davis. He is razor sharp as he makes that save. On Tuck again. This will be icing if Willander can win the race, but no, the puck slows down as it wobbled. Didn't reach the end line, and Willander has it. The Canucks first round pick. Makes a nice move. Pulled down, does not get the call. Officials have no interest in calling penalties. Letting the boys play. Turnover. Kaplan try to wheel quickly. BU changing. A rough change gives Denver some space. Wrist shot wide. Caron swats it aside as Celebrini's line is back on the ice. Sean Behrens, Avalanche second round pick. Sends it in. See if the Terriers can get back to their game, as Denver's been the better team the last few minutes. Good play by the Chance. But the Piles keep it in strange bounce off the stanchion. Hit the back of the net, however. And here comes Case McCarthy. Gets Celebrini's open. If they can get it to him, they couldn't. And now the Pios in transition. Quick shot save, Caron. And now Celebrini tries to get some space. Oh, what a beautiful play from behind. King sends it on net as Celebrini gets stripped. Carter King with a really good play. William doing what he does. Contained nicely by LaChance. This line's been out there. They need to get off. This will be their chance to get it deep. And Jack Harvey does. 1-1 under 2 minutes to go in the second. Davis, the long stretch pass up. Almost had his man. Green is back, battling with Lorenz. He'll send it up, and Willander has it. Lane Hudson will start 200 feet from his cage. The fake pass, then he'll go that direction. Off the boards nicely. Green and Hughes. Hughes gets it towards Green. Green stick battle. Good job by Bouillon to knock it away. Shy. Then Hughes steps up. Hudson with a slight grab. Play continues. That looked like it was offside. Here come the Terriers. Hudson trying to get it deep.
Yeah, that puck has to get deep. That's another turnover. BU, 3 or 4 turnovers in the neutral zone. You're playing with fire against a team like Denver if you continue to feed their transition.
Yep, Denver's been the better team in the second half of the second period. Here's Brose. Bouillon wide of the net. He's always looking to make a pass. The defenseman number 8. He's now on the right dot. Quick shot. Loose in front. Stick battle begins. Willander does a good job to chop at that. No icing. Quick pass up. Here comes Devine. He's got room. Pass across. Oh, what a save by Caron. Highway robbery. everyone in the rink was counting that one as a goal for Denver. His arm right along the goal line to keep it out, apparently.
And you can hear the reaction in the building. They just showed it on the Jumbotron. But Matt Davis showing off those pretty puck handling skills and that quick little play into Aiden Thompson, the Blackhawk third-round pick from Devine. And what a save by Matthew Caron, maybe his biggest of the season for this BU Terrier team. 23 seconds left in the period. Certainly a momentum-shifting type of play. Wow.
I know that makes Andrew Raycroft all tingly. He's going to be a giddy analyst coming up with Arda Ocal and two-time national champion Sean Richland back in our studios as the second period winds down here in St. Paul. First period goal by Luke Tuck, shorthanded, made it 1-0. And then Tristan Lemire finally counters for Denver as they get on the board. And after 40 minutes in St. Paul, we are where we started, all knotted up. That man, Matthew Caron, the 24-year-old, with the save of the year so far for BU to keep this game tied at 1. We'll be back after we clean this ice for an exciting third period. Arda, Sean, and Andrew after these. Who had 1-1 on their bingo card? DU, BU, after 40 minutes. That man right there, Matt Davis, in the NCAA tournament, 92 shots, 89 saves. And Matthew Caron also in net for BU. Both of these goaltenders have made stellar saves to keep us where we are, Colby Cohen.
And it hasn't just been the stellar saves, Butchie, it's the timeliness of the saves. We're talking to start periods against Macklin Celebrini. We're talking about big saves at the end of periods for Matt Davis, and it was a lot of chances going both ways, especially the second half of that second frame in this national semifinal, but none bigger than that one right at the end on Aiden Thompson, the Blackhawk draft pick, probably the biggest save of the year for Matthew Caron. But Matt Davis as well across the way. We've got a goalie duel, Butchie, like you said. Who would have had 1-1 on the bingo card? But you've got two of the three highest scoring teams in the country featured in this hockey game.
Davis against Cornell, 24 of 25. Against UMass, 46 of 47. And today, 19 of 20. Again, that's 89 saves on 92 shots for that man right there, Matt Davis. At the other end, the pressure builds on Matthew Caron. Seasons are on the line. 20 minutes away from the national title game. Someone's going to be a hero. Someone's going to score a goal they remember for the rest of their life. And here comes BU quickly. Early in the third, slap towards Davis, collides, and he makes the save and holds on as big Sam Stevens comes thundering to the crease.
Well, this so-called fourth line, although they're not used as a traditional fourth line, with Sam Stevens, Luke Tuck, and Devin Kaplan, they've done this all game. They've kicked it out wide, they've shoveled it into the middle, and then it's that little ladder play over to the weak side, and BU just skating into space, almost getting an opportunity to start this third period.
Barons has to deal with this big, heavy line out there. But BU, here comes the Pioneers now. BU's puck management got a little lax towards the end of the second, where they weren't getting pucks deep, some turnovers, and it got Denver back in the game. We'll see what happens with momentum early here in the third. Off the bench, Weber could have kept that in, decided not to. He retreats, and here come the Pios. Here comes Lorenz. Behind the net, looking for Wright. Wright is there. Goes back to the point. This is something they weren't doing at all earlier in the game. Getting some ozone time, cycling the puck and working it back to the point for shots at the net. But that's a good job by Rolander. And here comes Harvey the other way. Harvey just onside. LaChance waiting for Celebrini, rims it around. Celebrini will try to get that puck, chop at it. Strong on the stick he is when he does those stick battles. One of number 71's talents. Down to the corner. Here's Rizzo. Round the referee. Still has it. Dances Celebrini. Goes behind the net. Gets it back. Rizzo starting to feel it. Shot to the net. Never got there, just wide. And the Pios off to a good start. Jack Devine, no. And then here comes the Terriers, but a good defensive play. Delayed offside. They touch up. Here comes Denver again. Devine. Rizzo to Devine! Oh! Lane Hudson, a pretty good defensive play in front of the net to break that up. John Butchercross, Colby Cohen, Taylor Tannenbaum here at the 2024 Frozen Four. That's icing. Taylor, what do you have?
On talking to BU Associate Head Coach Joe Pereira at intermission, he said, we just got away from our game. We need to start dictate again, much like we did in that first period. He said, look, the seniors are driving the bus, but we have some skill guys that are talented, some young ones that need to step up. Pereira added, look, it's the Frozen Four. Denver wants to win it too. They threw a punch. We got to punch back right now in the third.
Joe Pereira, one of the best recruiters in the country.
One of my former roommates.
Yeah. Turnover. Chopped that. Stepped on the puck and falling. Unable to get a shot off was Jack Hughes. Webster takes a hard hit from McCarthy. Aiden Thompson, McCade Webster, Nico Matica out there now. This line is dangerous. Matica's had a strong game. He's battling right now with the puck. Back to the point. Here's Webster. Goes to Matica. Here's Booyam down low. See Booyam. Turnover. Here comes BU. They got numbers. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Here's Green. Green goes around Booyam. Green back, but it goes nowhere. Incomplete pass, and here come the Pioneers. There's a penalty. Second one of the day. Tripping's going to be the call. The Pioneers are going to go on the power play with a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, at this juncture of the game, you've got to be careful.
Boston University penalty number 5. 2 minutes, tripping.
You've got to keep your stick out of those opportunities and can't give the officials an opportunity to make one of those easy calls. Tom Willander, the first-round pick of the Vancouver Canucks. He's had a phenomenal freshman season. His stick just gets caught up in the feet. We're going to get a look at this power play, and Massimo Rizzo, the guy we were not sure if we would see today. He will start on the point with Sean Behrens.
Face-off on net. Caron makes the save. Battle behind the net. Pioneers have numbers. Behrens at the left point. Sends it across. Here come the Pioneers trying to take the lead. Sean Behrens again walking the line methodically, looking for a lane. Waiting. So he sees an open stick, and that pass goes begging as he thought Jack Devine was at the point. Zabinet out there now. Number 10, mentioned how well he skates. Thompson sends it across. There's Zabinet with that stick. King can't get it. Behrens in front. Thompson, but a good body position and clear by Peterson. New unit on for the Pioneers.
This Pioneer team basically has 2 first units. David Carl likes to roll out the unit that seems to be going better, gives them both a lot of opportunity.
Number 7, Aiden Thompson's an excellent skater, showing off his acceleration and speed. He'll change now. And fresh skater coming on. It's Booyam, the defenseman. Shot deflected wide. The Booyam brothers on the ice together on this power play. Shai to Zeev. Back to Shai. To Zeev. Back to Shai. Looking, as we mentioned, he likes to pass. One-timer just wide. Blistered by Matica. Booyam. Grows, wrist shot. It's loose. It's free. Where is it? It's loose. It's free. Where is it? There it is. Pio's shot. Save by Caron, blocked in front. It's a mess. He needs his stick. Still can't pick it up. Thrown in front. Has his stick back. Penalty over. Sticks go flying. Helicopter through the neutral zone. That was Willanders. Oh, and a big hit almost by McCarthy. So BU kills another Pio. That's a hand pass from Celebrini. The faceoff will stay in the BU zone.
BU unable to make a change on that hand pass. That play will stay inside the offensive zone. But Butchie, here's that melee of opportunities. The Pioneers knocking on the doorstep. Look at the sellout from McCarthy down in front of the net. Hudson down in front of the net, doing their best to help Matthew Caron battle. That was close to finding the back of the net.
Hudson. Here comes Celebrini, wheeling through the neutral zone. He's got speed, he's got stick handling. Still has it in the corner, looking for help. LaChance behind the net. Another thing Celebrini can do is draw penalties, and that's what he's going to be looking to do here sometime in the third to get BU a chance on the power play. They haven't had a chance yet. Got to think eventually they will. And the later we go, the bigger power play it'll be. Sabrian lines back out there. Tristan Lemire, the Denver goal scorer, the extra forward, falls to the ice as he gets a shift. And here's Celebrini now. Into the Pioneer end. Still has it, rips it, save, blocker save, Davis. Turling, redirected by Celebrini. Off the LaChance shot. And all 71 is making his presence felt. He's played well today. Just hasn't quite found the back of the net. So close in a 1-1 game in the third period at the Frozen Four. Connor Joyce of the BC Eagles grew up in nearby Dedham outside of Boston. I'm sure there's folks in Dedham watching ESPN2 right now. Boston College, Michigan. They will play the winner of Boston University and Denver Saturday in the championship game. They wait to see who they'll possibly play between BU and DU. John Butchergross and Colby Cohen here in St. Paul.
Butchie, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I don't think that late game's going to be 1-1.
All right.
With 13 minutes left to go in the third period.
We'll hold you to it.
I'm confident of that.
Every face-off a big one. Ryan Green wins it. BU trying to get pucks towards the net and try to beat Matt Davis, who's having an outstanding NCAA tournament. Here they come with numbers. The Pioneers. Good stick by Willander, the freshman. As Lane Hudson has it, shifts it to space, and there's the speed of Zabinet. Goes to Green. Peterson back in front. Green. Oh, he flipped it over the net as it went on edge. That was another good chance by the Terriers. They've got multiple chances. If they don't win this game, Colby, they'll be upset that they just had their chances and didn't finish.
Yeah, especially early in that first period, they had a number of good opportunities. But right now, you just got to think the Terriers got to bear down around the net. They've had an opportunity to get through that trap in the neutral zone, or that 1-2-2 is probably the right terminology for it. You see Ryan Green just tries to chip that one up.
I think that hit the mask of Matt Davis on the right side of his head, because I'm thinking there's no way you miss a shot like that. And that last low angle shot, I think it grazed his helmet, and that's how close perhaps Green came to giving BU the lead. We saw the Caron arm save in the second period. William rips it around. Tuck is there, the reverse hit along the wall. Turnover, shot just wide. Another pizza delivered by the Terriers. Look out, crowd. Another souvenir here in St. Paul. Here's that last chance, Colby. What do you think? Let me know if you think it hit the bucket of Matt Davis.
Well, the way things have gone for him, he certainly seems to get himself in the right position. I do not think that one grazed him at all, though he kind of flinched towards it like it might have, but I think that one just sailed up and over the net.
The tower was buzzed, but there was no contact. Oh! McCarthy falls down. Here comes Rizzo. Rizzo once again out there with the top line. Bros and Devine. Devine chips it in deep. Bros on the forecheck. Hudson works his way back slowly. DU starting to be the faster team now. Here comes Devine, dangerous with the puck. His pass goes begging. Comes to Hudson, goes up the wall, and here's Tuck with room to move if he wants. The early advantage they had with their speed seemed to be gone for BU. Kaplan comes in the middle of the ice. Here's Tuck, he's got room, walks in front. Oh, the right pad of Davis comes out of nowhere. Tuck goes to change, he's exhausted. Shane LeChance back on the ice. Celebrini waits his turn. Kaplan will run it down. Throw it towards LeChance. Denver needs to get this puck out. Celebrini's on. Here comes LeChance with room as the Pioneers continue to change. LeChance shot. Save. Celebrini will get to it. Backhands to LeChance. Strong to the net. Net drive. It gets knocked away. And Melander uses his elite skating to run that down. Fake the backhand pass. Great pursuit. Jack Devine. Rieger Lorenz showing off his skating. Game is so tight, you almost get the sense there's an overtime. Oh, there's a shot from behind, nothing called. Play continues. Now another penalty on BU. BU coaches on the bench saying, what is going on? How come we're not getting the calls?
Number 12, 2 minutes, tripping.
Jack Harvey, moments prior, a BU player hit from behind, not called.
Watch LeChance here, over by the bench.
Ooh, awkward. Little nudge. Not called. Linesman in the Pioneer bench. And so Jack Harvey. And here's Denver's chance again. 0 for 2 on the power play. The first one they gave up a shorthanded goal. 3 penalties on BU, none on Denver yet. Bouillon, the Bouillon brothers on the point. David Carl going with the 2 defenseman unit on this power play in a 1-1 game. Shot, Matica, good stick work by Green to bother him. Big moment here for the Pioneers. They've been Frozen 4 participants a lot lately. They've been winning these kinds of games lately. Green pulls down a man, nothing called. And Green, weird bounce off the stanchion, but fortunately for BU, it comes right to Sam Stevens. Denver has reached the Frozen 4 in 5 of the last 7 tournaments. Won it last in 2022 in Boston. Here comes Bouillon with speed around the net. Rizzo waiting for it. Bouillon still has it. Lots of room. Wide open on the far side. Can't find him. Bouillon. Shot. Save Caron on Rizzo.
You can see the confidence building for Massimo Rizzo. He has not played since February. They eased him back into this hockey game. He started on the 4th line. He got bumped up to the top. You're seeing him more and more on the power play, and he is not afraid to be a trigger man down those half walls. You see 126 career points, leads the entire Frozen 4 in players in career points, and there are some incredibly talented players here at the Frozen 4.
Thompson's been a dangerous player, number 7 for Denver. Maybe he's the one that's going to do something here. Carter King won that faceoff to get this control. Bouillon. Here's Thompson. He's been electric today, number 7. Jack Devine along the goal line, now up towards the point, loses control, gets it back. BU very passive on this PK. That deflects high into the netting with 24 seconds left on the penalty on Jack Harvey.
Yeah, I don't know if that hit Weber or Stevens, but a good stick. Look at the discipline of the BU penalty kill. That is a perfect diamond. You've got players that can rotate out to the flanks. Ryan Green doing a great job mirroring the top of the power play, and you just see the white sweaters really leaving that Denver power play around the outside and sticking to their structure with good sticks, taking away those seam plays that the Pioneers like to run.
Jay Pandolfo, a great penalty killer in his career. Needs a one from his unit here. They have 15 seconds to go. Devine is begging for the puck. He gets it. Working around Tuck. Devine still with it. Nice play to Rizzo. Penalty about to end, but William has a chance. One-timer. Blocked in front. It's free. Save. Oh, another arm save by Caron. Jack Devine thought he had the go-ahead goal with 9:13 to go. But Matthew Caron again finds the puck and makes the save to keep the game tied. Welcome back to St. Paul. Tell us the story, Colby.
Well, you're wondering how we got here, and it was early in the first period, the shorthanded goal by Luke Tuck, just keeping the feet moving, disguising the shot, and it was all BU for a while, but the Pios came storming back in the second. A neat little play by Mikko Matica into Lemaire, and they get that game back knotted at 1, and that is where we sit with 9 minutes and 13 seconds left in this third period.
Kind of approaching an overtime feel. Still over 9 minutes to go, but 1-1, it's tight. Both goalies are so good on their games. They brought their A games. Davis and Caron. Puck management so crucial the rest of the way for both teams. BU had the extra quicker step early, as David Carl told our Taylor Tannenbaum on the bench. They're winning the races. They're the quicker team, but Denver has slowly found their game. They have the confidence of a goaltender behind them who's on his. And now this is what they do. Manage the game and now in a position to win. They won 2 low-scoring games in Springfield, Colby.
They certainly did.
So they're comfortable.
Yeah, 2-1 in both of those games against real sound, structurally defensive-minded teams. So you'd think this favors them right now.
Here comes the Terriers. Yeah, the only games they won all year, scoring fewer than 3 goals. And they won 2-1, and they're in position to win this game 2-1 if they get the next one. BU almost had too many men on the ice.
Very close. That puck would have hit Tuck. That would have been too many men.
He jumped a little early over those boards. Peterson gains the red line, can't get it deep. Here's McCarthy now. Nifty pass to Tuck. Here come the Terriers. They got some room. See if Tuck drops. He doesn't. He drives the net. Throws it in front now. But Stevens is able to get the puck. He'll cycle back towards Tuck. Still no power plays for the Terriers. You know the coaches are working these officials, hoping to get one late in this game. All the BU coaches on the bench, standing on top of the bench to get a better view of this. And here they come. Gavin McCarthy, the defenseman, number 2, retreats. Stevens the hit. Kaplan.
That puck right there has to get deep if you're Devin Kaplan. There's no soft plays right now at the blue line for either of these teams.
Ripped through the crease. Denver definitely has an extra jump to their step as this game has gone on. Lorenz backhand shot, nice save. Caron goes plastered against the end boards. That was Lorenz. He's back up. Tuck down. Kaplan looked to get this puck in deep now. BU just seems to lost a little of their mental game, Colby. They're just not as sharp as the game's gone on.
Just not managing the game. That's what Joe Pereira talked to Taylor about after the second period. Just get back to managing the puck, managing our game, and they just have not done that really the second half of this hockey game.
No one really seems to be going. They really need 71 to get on the ice and do something magical. Macklin Salabrini, he has 6 shots on goal in this game, so he's had his chances. Had one right off the bat. That's certainly the ace in the hole that you have when you have a talent like that who can do something by himself. Right now, BU is a little off their game, and the Pioneers are going to try to make them pay late. Bouillon throws it across the Barons. To the net! Deflected! And Caron, every save he makes is a big one.
Well, look, you talk about the details of a hockey game. We've stressed the importance of the neutral zone and turnovers right around the blue line. They're going to come back to bite you in a tight game like that. And that's all that just happened. Devin Kaplan doesn't get that puck in. It's a quick transition out of the zone, and Jay Pandolfo looks on, trying to figure out who he can get out there, who's going to give him a good shift. Maybe time to juggle the lines a little bit as we get to the 6-minute mark of the third.
Celebrini's out there now. At one point, shots were 17-4 BU. Here's Thompson. He's been really good today. Number 7 stops. Good defensive play by Weber there, using his big body. Cade Weber, the Hurricane 4th-round pick. LaChance. They want this puck at the other end when Celebrini's line is out there. They want him to waste his energy. Now there's got some room. LaChance try to go around to Celebrini. Couldn't turnover. Another turnover, and here come the Pios. Driving the net. Driving the net. Shot. Willander gets a stick on that one. And LaChance is back behind his own net to help out. Look at Denver retreat right back in that 1-2-2 again.
They've certainly started to frustrate BU. They've created a lot of turnovers between the blue lines. So again, we talked about the management by David Carl, and we're seeing similar to what we saw in Boston a couple of years ago. Little chess match, little adjustments, and it's working for his team.
Willander rips it off the glove of Davis. We're less than 5 minutes to go in regulation as bodies are flying. Willander at the right point. He'll make the smart play around the net to Green. He can make things happen. You heard the wheel to get that puck north and get going. Don't play with it. Zabinet's got speed right in the middle of 4 Pios. They surround him and smother him.
Yeah, that's a perfect example. Zabinet tries to skate the puck. It's a 1-on-3, 1-on-4. They'll let you think you have time, and then they converge on you, and they get going right up the ice.
Yeah, we see the changing tactics of David Carl. Such a successful young head coach in his career. The Terriers talk out a man in front. Kaplan just couldn't get it to him. They're just not completing those plays. And when they do, it's trying to finish a play when they do have a shot. Just hasn't done it. They've opened the door for Denver. That's offside at the line. One of the few offsides we've had in the game. 4 minutes and 1 second left in semifinal game number 1. Every player focused and dialed for these last 4 minutes. A hero awaits in Minnesota. Boston College watching ESPN2 right now. They'll wait. They don't know when they're going to play. See Ryan Leonard right there in the middle with the hat on backwards. Don't forget NCAA.com. Your home for all 90 NCAA championships. So they wait. It could be a while, Colby.
It certainly could, the way things are shaping out. But during that last TV timeout, I kind of leaned over, was listening in a little bit on the Denver bench, and David Carl stressing the importance of stick position around the net. He feels that BU is going to really start throwing everything towards the net, telling his players, let's have good sticks, let's protect the house, leave them around the perimeter, and we will defend right in front of our goaltender.
That's a game of patience, isn't it? It must be tough for some of these offensive-minded players to be patient and make the smart play.
Well, look, you start cheating for offense, and that will feed the other team's transition. And right now, that's kind of where we're at in this game. It seems like the next mistake is probably going to be the difference maker.
Off the team timeout, Jay Pandolfo has Celebrini on the ice. Here he comes. Celebrini throws it across towards LaChance. Harvey has it now. McCarthy's going to step up to the nets. Not much on it. That was an easy clear for Barons. To the net. Celebrini hanging around behind the D. One-timer! Off the post! Close to going in. Apparently off the post. Harvey wired that. Here's Celebrini. Oh, just wide. It deflects off of Barons, who sent that wide. Hudson, shake and bake towards LaChance, trying to get body position. Remember, still no power plays for BU. Harvey up the wall, LaChance, the big body, throws it in front. Oh, the quick shot by Celebrini's wide. McCarthy around the net, going to come to Celebrini. BU now with their chance here in regulation. Hudson, he's a magical player in these moments. 360, no penalty called. The Terriers cannot get a call.
Well, it doesn't seem like they can get a break of any sort in this third period. We talk about the wizardry of Lane Hudson working on Miko Matica. Goes for that little spin play. Oh my God, that is a blatant penalty. That is a tough miss for the officials. And earlier in that shift, the one-timer goes through the arm off the post. You see Shane LaChance tracking that puck. Look at the reaction from Ryan Green and company on the BU bench.
That's a classic trip. Just missed. I know they don't want to make a call, but the Terriers haven't got a call the whole game. There's another trip. No arms in the air. Nice breakout pass there, and here they come. Kaplan with it. He gets it in deep. Now he goes chasing after it. Stevens line back out there. They're a heavy-hitting line. Weber and Willander. It's a big five on the ice right now for the Terriers. They want to play that big, heavy game. This is the three that can do it. Try to get the turnover, which they get. Stevens cycles it back around towards Kaplan. Oh, there's a turnover. Tuck. Boy, he had a chance to shoot that and threw it to the skates of the Pioneers.
Yeah, shaking his head as he comes back to the bench.
Turnover. William across. Oh, Caron.
What a back check there by Peterson. 13 in white as he heads to the bench. I think that's offsides. Yup, the officials on top of that one. But what a back check there by Peterson.
And Caron actually was the one who intercepted the pass with his pad. That shot just goes, but he gets hit on the way in. Less than 2 minutes to go in regulation in a 1-1 game. Here comes Webster across. Shot saved by Caron. We are essentially in overtime now. Peterson using his skating. Chopping. The big hard hit. Another penalty on BU. Play continues. Shot. Save. Going to be on Dylan Peterson. Hard hit in the corner.
Boston penalty on number 13 will be going to review to determine whether or not it's a major.
So there's Peterson and his reaction. So this is going to be what's going to be looked at, Colby.
So they're always going to look for head contact first. Now there is no head contact, so then it becomes, is it directly from behind? Is it from the side? What type of boarding could they potentially be looking for? One of the new rules in the NCAA is there can be a 5-minute penalty without throwing the player out of the game. You see Behrens, it's from the side, and then he kind of turns at the end. I think this one, to me, Butchie's probably going to be 2 minutes. They're certainly going to be talking right now. Was it from behind or was it not? I don't think that that's from behind. To me, that's enough from the side that I don't think that warrants a 5-minute penalty.
And he was trying to get the rear shoulder, as you mentioned, just a little late turn as he reached for the puck. But he was pretty defenseless there. I wouldn't be shocked it's a 5, but here's the call.
This is confirmed. Boston penalty number 13.
2 minutes.
2 minutes for boarding.
Like I thought it would be. To me, that wasn't from behind. That's just a very strong individual in Dylan Peterson against Sean Behrens, who's a smaller defenseman. He is a strong kid, though. You don't want to take anything away from Behrens, but I ultimately think that that is the correct call. But you have to wonder, Butchie, how much factors into that decision with all the missed calls here in the third period?
Yeah,
I mean, these referees, you can see the lack of confidence in them by their decision-making in this third period.
Yeah, again, I wouldn't be shocked if that would have been a 5 in any other game throughout college hockey, but in the end, it's a 2, and Denver goes on the power play to try to take the lead in regulation and perhaps win it. They've gotten stronger as the game has gone on. The Bouillon brothers at the point. Jack Devine's on one flank. Down low, Rizzo's on the other.
1 minute remaining in the third period. 1 minute.
Bouillon. Zeev looking to the net, tipped. Oh, just wide. King right in front of the net. Pass across to my quick shot, deflected wide. Bouillon knocks it down. 40 seconds left in regulation. Z Booyam to Shy Booyam. Rizzo and King right around the net. Stick battles. Shot blocked by Stevens. He's had a great game. Z Booyam to Shy. Devine tries to tee it up. He's got 27 goals. The man with the puck. He's dangerous. Booyam not in his wheelhouse. Over to his brother Zeev. Back to Shy. Down low. Walking in. Save. Caron with the right shoulder. Regulation time winding down. One more chance across. We're going to overtime.
Well, just great puck poise by Denver. I like the amount of times where they didn't force the shot. They didn't like what they saw. The BU penalty kill back in that diamond formation. And I give Zeev and Shy Booyam a lot of credit for keeping the poise, moving that puck around until finally it gets down to Rizzo. They get the look that they want, but Matthew Caron up to the task, and this BU penalty kill continues to shine for the BU Terriers in this third period.
As Peterson slowly goes off the ice, he can't quite exhale yet. He'll serve his penalty, the rest of it in overtime. Welcome back to St. Paul, Minnesota. Overtime in semifinal game number 1 about to begin. The pressure on the goaltenders. The excitement from all the players. It's going to come down maybe to Matthew Caron, who's been unbelievable in this game for Boston University. He's had a couple of game-changing, game-saving saves in the crease among the mosh pit of Pioneers in front of him. He has been outstanding for the Terriers. You don't win championships with good goaltending. You win with great goaltending, and that has been on display for both teams today. Alongside Colby Cohen, I'm John Butchergrass. Overtime about to begin. BU a slight favorite coming into this one against the Denver Pioneers. Colby Cohen, what's going on through their minds as they take the ice?
Well, look, anytime you're going into an overtime in a one-and-done situation, there's going to be tense feelings. There's going to be anxiety running through your mind. A lot of these players, this could be the last time they ever get to wear the jersey and the uniform of their school. So what you have to make sure you do is come out and do everything hard. If it's at the red line, it's got to be hard. If it's near the blue line, if you need to take an icing, you take an icing. But at the end of the day, Butchie, you've got to be confident that you're the guy who can go out and score that goal. I remember sitting in the dressing room 15 years ago today after our team came storming back late in that third period and feeling like if I had an opportunity, I could bury a goal, I could score, I could help my team along with the rest of the confident players we had on our roster. And going back to the end of that period, Butchie, Denver did finish with a power play. That's the hit by Dylan Peterson on Sean Behrens. Behrens back on the bench, totally okay to play this period, but Denver gonna go with the Booyam brothers on defense. To start this power play in overtime.
BU has now won 6 of the 8 center dot faceoffs in this game. And that was a big one. It killed some time. But Denver still has 30 seconds left on the power play in overtime to win the game and play for the national championship Saturday evening on ESPN2, taking their time.
On fresh ice, too. The puck zips around. Everything moves a little better. One-timers a little crisper. So a big opportunity here as this power play winds down.
But as we've heard from Ryan Callahan in our NHL coverage and Ray Ferraro, sometimes the opening period special teams favors the defense. The timing of the offensive players isn't quite there to start a period.
Terriers full strength.
Still no possession for Denver, and Dylan Peterson feeling a lot better right now. He can exhale. His penalty did not cost his team the game. And now we go 5-on-5. Celebrini out there. Jay Pandolfo wasting no time, getting 71 on the ice to see if he can win this game and send BU to the national championship. Celebrini chips it in. He'll go after it. And Davis will cover up. Remember, Colby, back in Buffalo 2019, we were there for the watch-out overtime goal by UMass against Denver, which sent the Pioneers home. That was heartbreaking for them.
And look, that was right off of a face-off.
Yes.
Delgajo gets that big goal for UMass. So face-offs, huge in the offensive zone. BU going in for one right now. You got to think Celebrini looks back to get this puck to Hudson.
Watch out. Lane Hudson has it. Nice, nifty little pass. Give and go with Harvey. Another pass. Oh, Celebrini into the glove. And that's where the glove on the right hand of Davis comes in handy.
Yeah, this is a set play by BU, and Lane Hudson gets this puck. Watch Jack Harvey, number 12, on the right side of your screen. He slides up into the middle. It's a little give and go, and then it's the pop out, and that quick 3-foot shovel play by Hudson.
Celebrini wins the face-off to Hudson. Their dangerous players are on the ice. Hudson, beautiful move to the net. Knocked down in front. Buckberger knocked it down. Harvey with the steal. Harvey looking. He whiffs on it, but it comes to Celebrini. Try to go to Harvey. He'll throw it towards the net. It comes to Hudson, who had crept down. His pass is too hot in the feet of Harvey. Willander shot. And it's blocked in front, and now the Pioneers break out.
Willander and Hudson starting this overtime together, or the second shift, after the kill. So
open in front. Oh, what a save by Karan. That was destined for the upper right-hand corner off the stick of Aiden Thompson.
That might have gone off the back of the netting. I saw the netting flinch.
And that will go into the netting and over the netting and into the crowd. That's how high that one went up in the air.
Yeah, here's a look at that last Denver opportunity, Butchie, that you referred to. McCade Webster with a sneaky little pass into Aiden Thompson over Hudson's stick. He puts it an inch over Hudson's stick, but the quickness that Thompson shoots that puck with doesn't really give Karan an opportunity to react, and it hits up over his shoulder off the high part of the back of the net.
Yeah, had the extreme outside part of the post. Not really in danger of going in, but just caught a little bit of the post, the back of the netting, and it went begging. So BU kills another penalty. They've yet to get a power play in this game. Remember, this is the long change situation, much like the second period in overtime. Players can get caught on the ice. Defensemen can get tired. So efficient play is a must from these college hockey players the rest of the way.
30-second shifts here, and when you get an opportunity to go by your bench, unless it's a big offensive play, you got to look to get off, keep fresh bodies out, because you just don't know how long this could drag on for.
Bouillon pinching to keep it in. A big, timely pinch can really change the game. Sails wide off the stick of Webster. Pioneers threatening. Bouillon looking. Off the leg. Shot! Knocked down in front and cleared. And Tuck will skate after it, but Bouillon is there. Steve Bouillon. Elite skater. Projected to be a top 10 pick this summer in the NHL draft. Here's Bros. Webster has room. Fire save. It's loose. Poked at. Covered up. And the Terriers don't like that. They're looking for probably a slash or something to try to get that first power play.
Well, look, I think this goes back to earlier in the game when the officials don't have control of a game. These are the types of things that start to splinter, and then you always have to be concerned. When's that hand possibly going to go up? And I think the defense crashed inside of the offensive zone, so you got to wonder if this faceoff might come outside. No, it looks like the linesman just pointed down at the dot, and they're going to keep this one inside. Looks like Stevens is going to sit into the box. I think that's Devine for Denver also in the box, and he'll stay 5-on-5. Well, looks like 4-on-4.
They'll go 4-on-4. So there's room for Celebrini, room for Denver as well. 50-50 face-off. Hudson makes a nifty play to Green. So Green and Celebrini out front, two electric skaters. Green has it. There he goes with his speed. Has Hudson. To the net goes Green. Lane Hudson. This is where he can shine in a 4-on-4 situation. Celebrini has it. Back to Hudson. One-timer blocked. Celebrini goes to get it. Does get it. Cross-checks his man. Play continues. Better get up and play. There's no whistle for the win. Save. Knocked down.
Bros is in excruciating pain. Oh, no, it's not Bros. It's Carter King.
Still down. BU with a chance. Shoulder save, and somehow he holds on. It was a block shot by number 15, Carter King. Then he got
whacked.
And his ankle got caught behind him.
Yeah, he got whacked.
And it wasn't so much the cross-check in the back, but it was his ankle getting tied up, and he fell back awkwardly.
Yeah, Celebrini takes the one-timer right off the foot, and that's the shot. And his foot gets tangled up, and he goes over. He's going to go right down the tunnel. Give him a ton of credit for getting up and finishing that shift.
4-on-4 continues. Hudson remains out there. Here he goes. This is what he does well, scoring big goals in moments like this. Peterson, the man who committed the penalty late in regulation. It'd feel good for him to score. Hudson waiting, being patient. This suits him to a T. Peterson winds up with some momentum. Almost like a 3-on-3 situation. Look at Hudson! Look at Hudson! Oh, what a save! Davis saves the game again. That is Lane Hudson in a nutshell. Turnover! Blocked in front. Here come the Terriers with numbers if they hurry. Zabanet can fly. 3-on-2. Zabanet waits. Throws it across. Shot blocked. Zabanet saved by Davis. Point blank.
What a save by Matt Davis on Zabanet in the slot. The 3-on-2 rush.
Here come the Pios in front. Goes begging. Behrens has it. Behrens drops it. Denver circling. They're the 4-on-4 advantage. Booyan can be dangerous in this situation. He has the puck now, and he takes it out. Penalty's over. 5-on-5. Here comes Booyan. He scored overtime in this building. Leads for Devine up into the neck area, the shoulder area of Karan.
Well, Butchie, we have some showcased high-flying, skilled defensemen in this hockey game, and you referenced it looked almost like 3-on-3. Lane Hudson just winding it up, holding it. He sees that one little lane, dances Rizzo, and then Matt Davis with the game-saving chance. And then right the other way, it's that nifty little play by Booyan, and you know what he does? He cuts to the middle, he draws the eyeballs, and then he dishes it behind his back to put it into space. We are seeing some of the future of the National Hockey League on display in this Frozen Four.
5 minutes in. The winner to the championship game to play either BC or Michigan. That game follows this 60 minutes after this one ends. Stevens, he's had a strong game. Kaplan hits the linesman.
I thought that would have been offsides anyway.
Okay. Back come the Pios in overtime. They won the NCAA semifinal game. Z. Booyan scored the overtime goal in this building.
Yeah, they won double overtime against UMass as well.
Stevens gets knocked down, holding his knee. They should blow the whistle. There's no reason not to blow the whistle here. Here comes Denver. Shot.
You can just see the continued lack of confidence from this officiating crew on display in full force.
Stevens upset. Cross check.
This game's going to get out of hand.
Denver trying to draw a penalty there. Comes up to Quinn Hudson. He can't control. And now Devine out there. Makes a nice play to Rizzo. Rizzo just hopped over the stick of Booyan. Picked up. Green. No one can pick the puck up. Back the other way. Save on Bros by Karan. Well out in front of his crease. Tristan Bros looking for goal number 16 of the year for him. We mentioned Boston College. Michigan is next. 60 minutes after this one ends. There's the BC players. They're antsy. They want to get out there.
It's not fun to be in that situation. I remember dealing with this in the NCAA tournament one year. UNH in North Dakota, they went to overtime. It happened to us in the Hockey East Championships. You're waiting around, and there's the missed call there on the knee on Stevens. I guess you see why he was irate towards the officials.
And the puck went back into Denver end, and whether that was a penalty or what, you know, it's hard to say. It was kind of collided, but the fact that he was down and apparently out, they could have blown the whistle. Denver was able to come back and get a chance. But play continues. 5-on-5. Booyan goes into front. BU knocks it out of danger.
Booyam is so good on the blue line. I mean, you see what the scouts see in this kid. He is just smooth and crafty the way he dishes the puck on the offensive blue line.
Both brothers out there now. Lorenz out there, big bodies. Jared Wright is dangerous. But a nice composed play there by Case McCarthy. Here comes Jack Hughes for BU behind it, but Shai Booyam gives it right to the point. There's Hudson, back to McCarthy. Oh, Celebrini ripped it. Man, does he have a heavy wrist shot, but it went wide. This will be icing on Denver.
Well, we've seen that connection all season long. Hudson and Celebrini, they like to look for each other, and Hudson does a phenomenal job of freezing Booyam and Wright. He dishes it right into the wheelhouse. As a forward, you love when a defenseman can draw one or two players towards you and then dish a puck to you into space. And it looks like David Carl's going to use his timeout, give his guys a little bit of a rest. They've been out on the ice for an extended shift.
So there's been chances for both teams in this overtime. Colby Cohen, a former NCAA overtime hero.
It certainly hasn't been a defensive struggle in overtime. Both teams making plays off the rush. The skilled players have done skilled things, none bigger than that move by Lane Hudson. Dipsy doodling around to the net. And Z Booyam says, hang on a second. I'm a pretty good defenseman too, with a nifty little pass, and that was the most recent opportunity by Lane Hudson and Macklin Celebrini. And Jay Pandolfo drawing up a play on the bench. Don't be shocked to see them try to win this back, try to bring a forward up high into the middle of the ice, and try to work that similar type of give and go play we saw with Lane Hudson maybe 4 or 5 minutes ago.
BU having a good overtime so far, dominating the faceoffs, out shooting Denver 6-3, scoring chances 4-2, and this is a big faceoff, as Colby mentioned. And the man, Shane LaChance, who 15 years ago tonight celebrated with BU. His grandfather, Jack Parker, coached BU to their last national championship with Colby's game-winning goal in 2009. Celebrini next to LaChance. LaChance will take the face-off, as he often does. He's a big, strong dude. See if he wins it nicely to Hudson. Hudson, here's the play that they drew up. They were trying to go back to Harvey, but it's broken up, and here comes Wright. Jared Wright. He can wheel around the net. Watched by Harvey, and a real good play by Jack Harvey. Celebrini has some speed. Here he comes. Celebrini onside. Gets broken up, falls down. Tries numbers for Denver. Can't quite get control of the puck, but now Behrens has it. Throws it across, glove down. Harvey throws out of danger, nowhere to go. Quick shot, saved by Karan. Loose in front. Terriers get it out of danger. Harvey softly up towards the red line. They'd like to get this puck deep. Denver's able to change, and now BU can change. Overtime in St. Paul. Willander, nice move from behind his own net. Gives it right to the stick of Rizzo there. Not a good decision. Celebrini is a forward back, but now Willander is able to, that's shot. Big save by Karan. Celebrini's a long shift. He's getting tired. Rizzo dancing. Kept it inside, almost came outside the line. Devine has it. Shot into the glove of Karan. It was going wide, but he'll glove it and get Celebrini off the ice, and Hudson as well. In the last 20 years, since 2004, Denver's 7 Frozen Four appearances, third most. It's 4 NCAA championships, lead college hockey. So David Carl continuing this great tradition. They're now basically the team of the 21st century, 24 years in. And especially lately, they are making appearance after appearance in the Frozen Four.
Yeah, looking for that 10 national championship, tied with Michigan right now.
We will shovel the whistle after the 10-minute mark. So there'll be a slight break for the players, and they will shovel some of the snow. The ice looks pretty good, Colby.
Yeah, it's held up pretty well. They were working on it between periods, filling some of the holes. They do lay new ice
Yeah.
A couple days before the Frozen Four.
Right, to get the paint jobs,
Yep.
see the logos and everything, and that can be an issue sometimes.
Yeah. Minnesota's known for having good ice here,
Yep.
though. Their crew does a nice job.
They know what they're doing in the state of hockey, artificial
Sure do.
or natural. Stevens, he's had a good game. Shot just wide. McCarthy fires, never got there. Nice block shot in front. And here come the Pios, trying to win it and return to the championship game. Bouncing puck, Thompson broken up. Another slash not called. BU trying to get a penalty. Stevens, Tuck, Peterson's off the bench. Tuck around the net, looking, still has it. To the net, oh, just wide. Peterson has it. Tuck wants it, doesn't get it. Peterson winding up with momentum. Here he comes, shot, blocked in front.
Good block there by Shai Bouya.
Lost his stick. BU still screaming for a penalty they haven't gotten yet in this game. I don't know, it's going to take a lot to get one now. Maybe a breakaway hook from behind. Green, Zabinet, he's got room. Oh, it's offside at the line. Peterson just a little ahead. So the BU screaming from the bench. What up with that slash where the stick came out of his hands? That's what Jay Pandolfo wants to know. How about the sticks?
Yeah, that's normally an automatic call in hockey, so I think he probably has a point. I think the coach is pretty frustrated right now, but you got to think the officials don't want to make that overtime call. It would have to be egregious, although we've seen some of those go uncalled today as well. So I think you're always looking for them to set a standard, and when you don't know what the standard is, I think that's when teams can get into trouble.
Yeah, we're close to prison rules right now, as our great friend Barry Melrose used to call it. Watching back in St. Petersburg, we missed Barry at the Frozen Four.
I'll tell you what, the dinners are not as good. I love you, but they're not as good without our man Barry Melrose.
Peterson in overtime. Next goal wins. And a trip to the championship game in St. Paul. Shot! Picked up late, Zabinet. And so we will shovel now, and the players and coaches can get a little break.
I don't think Matt Davis saw this until right at the end. One of the faster players for BU, Nick Zabinet, rolling up into the top of the offensive zone. And you get into an overtime situation like this, Butchie, there is no such thing as a bad shot. You'd like to see Peterson get in front of the goaltender there, but Davis is more of the same. He's been really good in this hockey game. Actually, both goaltenders have really stood the test of time through, well, I guess 3.5 periods now.
And as you can see, as they shovel here in St. Paul, there really isn't a lot of snow they're picking up, and that's a sign that the ice is pretty good.
Yeah, they keep this arena nice and cold.
Yep.
It's a couple of warm days here in Minnesota, but they do a nice job inside the building, keeping it cold, keeping the ice temperature. And we've talked about the offensive opportunities really for both of these hockey teams throughout, and both goaltenders have been forced to make big saves off of big-time plays by some of the skilled players in this hockey game. The players that you think would step up and make plays, they certainly have. It's been the Bouillams, it's been Hudson, Celebrini, and then both goaltenders, Butchie, have just done a phenomenal job of holding court in front of the nets.
Josh Hoshman is our producer, Bob Frateroli, our director. John Butchergross, Colby Cohen, Taylor Tannenbaum, Ben Boma helping out as well this year. Great to have Benjamin back here in St. Paul. Next goal wins. We'll play 5-on-5 until someone scores here in St. Paul.
Gotta love those Butchergross overtime challenges here in the NCAA tournament.
We got swag to give away.
Get those entries in. I'm going to sit this one out,
though. You picked Jack Malone in Providence last week.
I'm sitting this one out today.
Celebrini. Eyeball to eyeball with Kieran Sabrian. Sabrian, the 21-year-old. Celebrini, the 17-year-old.
Sabrian, their best face-off man.
Hudson has it. Celebrini in front. Oh, the puck hopped over Hudson's stick as LaChance send it to him in front. Chase McCarthy bothered, but it comes to Lane Hudson. Puck management, so key.
Look at the neutral zone right now for Denver. 5 in the neutral zone.
Celebrini, though, has speed on the outside. Celebrini, quick shot, pass, save. Oh, Shot blocked. That almost came to Harvey. LaChance knocks it down. Throws it behind him. Pounding the puck. Celebrini. Great job. Turnover. Here he goes. Trying to get around his man. He's bumped.
Good play there by Bouillon just to stay with Celebrini. Don't bite on that first fake. You're seeing why number 28 for the Pios is going to go so high in the draft. Not just offensively gifted, but a good defender as well.
LaChance stays out there. Kaplan off his skate. Here come the Pioneers if they hurry. Bros, shot, score! It's over! Denver to the championship game. Tristan Bros began his college hockey career as a Minnesota Golden Gopher. The Frozen Four in Boston that Denver won the national title. He was there as a Gopher. Later that summer, he transferred to Denver. And now, back in the state of Minnesota, he wins the game in overtime. Right between the legs of Matthew Caron and into the back of the net. And Bros sends his Bros to the championship game.
And look, it's the late change by BU. Butchie, you mentioned the long change to start overtime and how you've got to be so careful coming off if you're a defenseman, because you got to get back across the ice. And BU looking to enter the offensive zone after that puck bounces off Kaplan's stick. It doesn't get deep. They get caught on the change, and the 3-on-2 leads to the opportunity for Tristan Bros. He drags it out. He waits for Caron to open his legs in his 5-hole, and he does not miss from the tops of the dots. And the DU Pioneers showing why they're so comfortable in these types of moments, in these types of games. Credit David Carl. They made the changes they need to make throughout this hockey game. They turned the tide in the second half, and they're going to play for another national championship.
Just a little bit of a late change, and that forced Cade Weber to worry about that guy on the right coming down. He had to retreat. He kept retreating, and Bros got closer and closer, and then with momentum, he ripped the wrist shot between the legs of Caron, who played so valiantly. Now the officials are over by the monitor for some reason. We have not started the handshake line yet. So let's see what they're checking on. It's the officials now, not the linesmen. So it's not an offside situation. Whether it's offside or too many men, if they look at it fast, that means it's probably nothing. Let's see if it's a good goal or not. Oh, now wait, now come back. Let's see if they're looking. That's fine. At least we don't see the far skater on the left, but that looks fine in terms of onside. Let's see. That's fine.
At the conclusion of the game, Boston University challenged for a missed major penalty. There is no missed major penalty.
That sums up BU's night. They didn't get a penalty all night. And in the end, they fall in overtime. And now the handshakes begin at center ice. And as Colby mentioned, some careers will be coming to an end for Boston University. Will Macklin Celebrini be a one and done, and after the NHL draft move on to the NHL? As David Carl is all smiles. His team survived a slow start, but they slowly found their game. They have a hot goaltender in Matt Davis, who kept the score 1-0. You got the feeling if it went to 2-0, it would have been very difficult to come back, but they slowly found their game. And in the end, Denver Hockey and David Carl get the win. And once again, they return to the championship game, trying for their second national championship in 3 years and seeking their 10th title in program history. And Colby Cohen is alongside the overtime hero, Colby himself. 15 years ago tonight, Colby scored an overtime goal to win the national championship, and he's next to Tristan Brose, whose overtime goal, Colby, gets them to the national championship.
Tristan,